Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Yellow, yellow. I got little lady. QB top. QB top.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On second down, Jacobs. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Yellow. I'm scared. Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Attack! I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He is going to find Hill here. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 33-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Then, in all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Mahomes now to throw. And going deep for Hill. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Cut! 180! Check, 59. Watch the pass.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets out of them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And from down in Miami, an update. The Dolphins, they're out to an early lead over the Bills. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Yellow. Hey, 43.
Mahomes going to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Yellow. That's your line. 15.
Mahomes now on first down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a second down coming up. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Running the toss here to Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Hey. 4 down. 15. 31's the mic. Hey, let's get that ball.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Goff. Open man here is Hamilton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Safety's creeping. Watch the out. DC. Shell.
Again, Goff. They'll find Lindsey here. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Let's get it. Tonight, 180.
From the 50, it's gone. He's got his tight end fan, and he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 50. Super one. Hold on. Check.
Out of the gun, Goff. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Chiefs 20-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, come on,
A shotgun snap for Goff. That's going to be caught. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
180. Put that team on the bus.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
And their first down, Chiefs.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Yellow, yellow. Let's go, Lou, lady. We're pretty quiet, G. We're pretty quiet. 44, Mike, 44.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
Let's go. Let's do this. Yellow.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I don't miss you. Let's get it. Let's go.
And again, it's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
44, Mike, 44.
Now Mahomes. This is caught, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Chiefs have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence into a double team, and it's intercepted? Picked off at the 36. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing it.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Go on, Eddie. Mike 47. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I don't need to. I don't need to. Mike 47.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Mahomes now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
15. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. Attack. 47 to Mike. Exit. Check. 47. I got him. Yellow. He's checking. Crash.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a...
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Goff. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points, and they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, tight. Hey, yo, go gun. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. It got his man complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for KC. 67 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got it. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you down.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's gone. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Yellow. There's a wall right. Get trapped. 44.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Goff now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. Hey, kill, kill. Hey, 5. 44 is the mark.
From the gun, here's Goff. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage is coming through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Pick me up. Maverick.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. He completes this to Sutton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Value one. Danny. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, turn it up. We go, 76.
After the interception, here's Goff. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
He's brought down back at his own 7-yard line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Alert 3. Maverick wall. Hey, Mike 52. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Slam.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. It's caught. Lockett. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Long. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try to make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Broncos' 15-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
43! 43! 44's Mike. 44's Mike. Bravo! Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Hey, check Mike 47.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing that
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. Open man. Here's Hamilton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And That's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go, G.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. A free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Gone. Now a desperation throw deep down, and this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Now
here's Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Returnable for Lockett. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the end zone, gone. They lock it with a grab over the middle. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. From the gun on third down, gone. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.